Hey everybody, Courtney Smith here. Second part of our 5-part series here. And the question is, how will generous Jerome Powell jump? Until recently, the bull market in stocks has largely been driven by the Fed. Number one, dropping interest rates to zero. Number two, pumping $120 billion in money into the system every single month. Did you get your share? Number three, saying verbally they were not going to taper until the end of the world. Okay, in other words, they were going to keep loose forever. But this is starting to change. I've written about the rise in the reverse repos and the tightening of it. You can read articles I've written, videos I've done. The Fed is now tightening. They're doing it through the back door. They're not going out in the front door where everybody can watch them. No, what they're doing is the thing that people look at is interest rates. And they have not raised interest rates yet. And that would be front page news on the New York Times and on the cable news shows. That would send a shudder through the economy and the stock market. But they are tightening. So they're tightening through reverse repos. Read my articles, watch my videos where they've taken out $1 trillion in liquidity out of the system. That eliminates 8 months of their easing, their quantitative easing. Now, tightening is going to affect the stock market 4 main ways. Higher interest rates create competition for investor dollars. So why take risk in the stock market when you can buy a bond and get a guaranteed return? Number 2, higher interest rates cause corporate profits to decline due to higher borrowing costs. Number 3, higher interest rates reduce the value of future cash flows due to the fact that they are discounted at a higher rate. I know that was technical, but this is called the dividend discount model. And it just means that as interest rates go up, cash flows are worth less, therefore stocks are worth less, because stocks are the net present value of the future cash flows. Oh my God, that's so boring. Take my word for it or check it out. And number 4, reducing liquidity in the system means brokers have to pay down their margin debt, which has a knock-on effect on their clients, who may also be forced to pay down their margin debt. Now, last month was the first month in a year where we've seen margin debt come down. Is it a coincidence that it's occurring at the same time the Fed is doing the reverse repos of $1 trillion? I don't think so. The brokers are paying down their margin debt. Now, all of this creates selling pressure in the stock market, each one of those 4 factors. Now, generous Jerome is hedging. He's not being overt the way he should be. He's not doing an all-out tightening campaign. He's still pumping the 120 into the banking system every month, and he's not raising interest rates. So he's taking it with one hand and giving it with another. He's hedging. Very unusual, but nonetheless, that's what he's doing. But at Jackson Hole this last week, he basically said they're planning to taper the quantitative easing of that $120 billion. Now, he didn't say how much, he didn't say when. But the market took it as a sign that they will start to taper sometime next year, earlier than expected before. They were looking at 2023, now they're looking maybe the middle of 2022. Now, what we've done is we've put together a great course for you. Check it out in the description below. Of course, subscribe, notify, like. But tell me, do you think, in the comments below, I want to know, do you think there's going to be a bear market this year or next year or the year after or never again? Let me know down in the comments below. I really want to hear what people think. I want to get the test of you smart people who are watching this video. All right, tomorrow we're going to talk about more about the Fed policy, and that the Fed is between a rock and a hard place. They have very few choices of what they can do.